Greetings, Royals! It is Constance from QueenlyMe.com, your place for tips, insight, and inspiration on relationships, purpose, and wellness. So this past weekend was all about the mothers, but this blog right here is for the fellas, particularly the nice guys. Before we get started, say hello to my pimple because obviously it's not going away for a few days, so I'm just gonna make friends with it. I am rocking my yearly weave. I do this once a year, except for last year. I skipped last year. I opted for the Megan Good this year, okay? And I'm going to keep it in for at least 3 weeks. But anyways, okay, let's do this. One cliched phrase that I absolutely despise is nice guys finish last. And whoever coined this phrase, I just want to trip them, make them fall down, and then kindly help them up. Because I'm just a savage like that. It's not that nice guys finished last because they're nice, but because they simply just aren't the one. A lot of times we as women go through a lot in relationships, and when a nice guy comes along, we kind of feel pressured to take the chance on them, even though it might be obvious that they're not particularly the one for us. And to our own fault, it might take us a little longer than we should to break it off with a nice guy once we realize that they're not the one, because we really don't want to be that person to break the nice guy's heart, especially when we kind of know what it feels like if we've dated someone before them that broke our heart as well. We'll kind of force ourselves to overlook the things that tell us that they aren't the one and try to just make it work with them instead, with the justification that what we can have with them is still better than what the alternatives could be. But faking it in relationships can only last so long. So eventually we end it, but this catches the nice guy off guard because he's fallen for the act that we were trying to get ourselves to believe, that we were actually happy. But to be honest, this very same thing happens with women as well, but nobody ever says nice girls finish last. But for a man, this is a much bigger deal because rejection is harder for men to bounce back from. The biology of a woman makes us more resilient in relationships. Typically, we are always willing to risk it all for love, even if we've had our heart broken before. But many men don't really bounce back from broken hearts. And if they do, it drastically changes them and how they interact with their relationships after that. Not to say that movies are completely accurate in their depictions of real relationships, but most people have seen the movie Hitch. He got his heart broken, and then he proceeded to create an entire business and career out of trying to keep other men like him from getting their hearts broken as well. That's a pretty drastic change. If anybody's ever seen the movie Just Go With It, Adam Sandler got his heart broken on his wedding day. So he came up with this fake marriage. He said that, oh, his wife beats him. Oh, my wife cheats on me. And these women would feel sorry for him, and it would allow him to sleep with these women without actually having to commit to them. And that kept him from getting his heart broken again. That's a drastic change. But on the other hand, when a woman gets her heart broken, it might take us a while to get over it. And we might mistakenly make the next guy pay for some of the mistakes of our last one. But women rarely take commitment and marriage and our happily ever after completely off of the table. Here's another issue. A lot of times women choose to go for the nice guy after they've dated a bad one. And when you're hurt and damaged, it's almost impossible not to hurt and damage the person that you're in a relationship with if you don't properly heal from it. So although the nice guy is genuinely what we want, we don't know how to love him correctly. So we either end up hurting him or we end it because we fear that we are going to hurt him. I am sick of you passing out like this. Stand up here straight. My God, today. Well, please let gravity be my friend today. Chill, bruh. So, here's my advice to all of the nice guys out here. When dating someone, there is one phrase that women will use that will be a major red flag. I've used it before, not knowing what I truly meant by it, but every time I said it, it was an indication that I wasn't ready or able to treat a guy the way that he needed to be treated. Are you ready for the phrase? I don't deserve you. It actually sounds like a flattering statement, but it's usually best to take this literally. We have to pay more attention to the words that we say because sometimes they hold a truth about us that's deeper than we are even aware of. I've said this phrase to the last nice guy I dated, and although I meant it as a compliment, as soon as I said it, he immediately deflated. And when I asked him what was wrong, he said, every girl that has said that to me has broken up with me soon after. And I did. I broke up with him soon after I said that. You gotta be careful what you say, peeps. When someone says that they don't deserve you, they are essentially admitting that they feel they deserve either better or worse than you. And in either case, they aren't really equipped to treat you like someone who actually does deserve you would be able to. So a lot of times this results in hurt, heartbreak, and a failed relationship. Another tip is to ask her about her last relationship. How long did it last? Who ended it? Do you still keep in contact with your ex? Why did it end? And if she gets highly emotional about it, if she bursts into tears, if she gets angry, if she's confused, like I just don't know why, I wish I had the answers to give you, if she seems discouraged within herself about her last relationship, or if she completely avoids it altogether, then these might be signs that she's not completely healed from it, and she might not be ready to begin a new relationship just yet. I always say that there is no such thing as out of the blues or all of a sudden in relationships. So don't get so comfortable behind your rose-colored glasses of love that you aren't able to look and listen for the signs that a heartbreak might be on the way. But I hope that this helped you guys. And I hope that you come back next week to do this all over again because you love it. I know you do. And you love me. And I love you. Okay, I'm not gonna start singing Barney, but I got the urge just then. I ain't gonna lie. Have a royal week, and I will see you back same day, same place next week.